So anyway, after that, you guys have figured out that you guys are on an island. Let's start. So, anyway, since Rich is here, Byron, and since I remember, did you actually want Connor to? Well, did you actually state to Connor that he was to, oh, like, take Mara out on an adventure to kind of level her up?
I would have asked Mara if she would like to go out and with him to gain more experience.
Okay, she
I'm not gonna like
accepts.
tell him. So yeah, I would have let them go out and do stuff.
Yeah, she accepted on that then. Um,
Yeah.
so, Wretched, he is technically 2 days ahead because you were over there in the tavern with him.
Mm-hmm.
The following day, it was, you guys did the Adventurers Guild stuff, so you are now a B rank adventurer. Uh,
Okay.
so, basically, what that entails is you're capped at about at the rank of an adult red dragon. Just so you know what that kind of means in normal D&D terms. Arms. But other than that, uh, you're free to go for the next 2 days, thankfully.
Oh, nice.
So what does your character do for the 2 days?
Trying to think now. Explores the town, maybe?
Alright. Uh, is there anything that he specifically is looking for?
No, just exploring.
Alright then. And
Hit the market, look for some magic items.
I mean, you could. Do you want to do that, or do you want to actually search around for what there is? Wait, what was
uh,
that?
do, do both.
Yeah, you could. Well, technically, you could do one or the other, because
Okay.
searching for magic items usually is taking about a week, especially if you're wanting to find the best price. Uh,
Just well, yeah, just search around for now, and then if I've got time to look up for magic items.
all right then. So, in a district right over next to the living quarters, which is where the castle is you're able to find an arcade, an ice cream parlor for whatever that is. I'm not sure if your character would have went inside that. Uh, a karaoke place, again, not sure if he would have known what would have been inside that to know what it is a massage place, a flower place, flower shop, which it's not, the flower shop is not that big. It looks like it's about enough for like maybe 3 aisles, and if you looked into the store, you would see kind of like there is this long table down the middle, uh, and then there's two tables on the outer side, and you're supposed to walk in a circle. Well,
Okay.
square, but who's counting? um, there's also a gym and a dance hall. Uh, and you've also seen below that a trampoline park and a actual amusement park.
Oh, nice.
I also assume that you think that there's a baseball team. Well, that due to the ballpark, there's a baseball team somewhere. You're just not sure where.
Baseball and D&D, that's the first I've heard.
I know too that in D&D, but there, if I want to actually do a score, uh, it's kind of just like, well, okay, 40% chance that they score. Okay, so boom, they scored 3 runs that first inning.
Oh, nice.
That's about how I could do baseball in D&D. It's just like we'll come up with a percentage. That's about how much. If it's below it, okay, no runs. It's a 0. Oh, and then I just roll like a D8 and see how many people were batting. If it's 7, that means they literally loaded the bait. No, I would be rolling a D6. If it was a 6, then that means they loaded the bases and then got 3 people out.
Fair enough.
Uh, and you also know that above what you assume to be the entertainment district is, for the most part, an irrelevant district that is, for the most part, just like the police force, the fire department, basically like all of the normal free services that you would expect in a actual city for what we know it as.
So stay away from the police station then.
Well, to be fair, you've not done anything technically. I mean, you technically do have a murder in well, you guys technically have murders and self-defenses in your case, but the police don't know about it. To be fair, you guys also don't know the police don't know about it.
As long as no one
Also have
snitches.
no proof.
Oh no,
There's no bodies.
If you're referring to the guildmaster, he's not gonna snitch because, yeah, things.
He got a dressing down like really bad, from what I understand.
Well,
His hired.
it's more just that the boss's response to him is that if he told, okay, 1, you're fired, 2, you're a madman. Enough said.
Free and clear for murder, yay!
Technically.
Yeah.
And a slight chance of torture as well.
But to be fair, the guy that is also getting you guys off the hook, if you guys piss him off, you could also go and just go to the people that have proof, and literally be like, yeah, by the way, these people did it.
God damn it, there's always one.
Yeah, fair enough. And,
Yeah.
you guys also don't know who this is.
Nope, just a higher up in the guild.
Yep. Or at least you guys don't know who it is yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what Wretched found out. So now, what are you guys doing?
Is that just like does that take him like 1 day or 2 days or?
To fully know it, I would say probably it would be about 2 days.
Okay, so he's caught with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To be fair, there's also a zoo, or a tentacle zoo, which is called like Jurassic District for whatever reason.
Does it have
Oh, boy.
dinosaurs?
Yes, it does.
Great, so I'm looking forward to a Jurassic World type experience then.
Yay! Well, at least in this one we have magic. We can take stuff down.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So
This way.
after Wyron's got all his spells all taken care of and learned, we need to go pick up. I believe because this is like 4 days afterward. It'd be we pick up Hazio's armor.
To be fair, that does remind me. You're technically at like 2 on your exhaustion. 1 if we count it after the date. Uh,
I thought it'd be enough days afterward that would be. No,
I
yeah,
assumed you
you'd
guys
already
had
be
gone and they're about like 11 or so. So in 3 days would have referred to technically 2 days. So like not the next day, but like the one after or the one after that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm at 1 exhaustion point left.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's okay.
Still not nearly that bad for essentially like some fight.
Yeah. And getting a shit ton of experience too. I
Yeah.
say it was worth it. um. No. But yeah, we need to go pick up Hazio's armor. So why don't we go do that?
Wait,
And
why
while
is
he's
he
there,
still on the map? Wait.
no,
Oh no, that's the alternate dimension speed. I didn't even realize so he was still on the map. Because I saw speed over here, and then I saw speed over here. It's like, wait, wait, why is speed there? It's he's not even here anymore, because he's technically still with Candy, and then it's like, wait, there's a speed over there. It's like, wait, oh, right. I guess I forgot to delete that.
There's multiple speeds. Let's kill him.
Well, to be fair, Wyron had the chance that he could have killed him. It's just that, yeah, 1, he probably would have been in serious trouble, and 2, that probably would have been the loss of that character.
God damn it, Warren, you have one job.
Well, he was in an alternate dimension, and he didn't
I was in an
realize
alternate
it for a little
dimension.
bit.
My character was freaking out. Okay, he thought he either traveled back in time, went into an alternate timeline or something like that. And he was like freaking out.
Well,
Lucky
technically,
he's
he
not
did go to an
doing
alternate
that.
timeline, and technically, he did go back in time.
We
Yeah.
need that speed skins couch.
Yeah, because at that point,
Just because you want to make armor out of his skin.
yeah, because I will say this: one piece of lore is that was technically 10 years before the events of this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
So yeah, you technically did. It's technically not wrong to say that Wyron went back in time. It's just that he also went back in time to an alternate timeline.
Yeah. So yeah, Wyron's gonna go to the smith where Hazio's armor was being made to pick it up because we already paid for it and everything.
And it was expedited, right?
Yeah, it was expedited. So
And
yeah.
didn't I make improvements to my bow as well, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, you did. You're getting basically you're getting a +1 bow.
Yeah.
And I think you expedited it as well with a different smith or something. But yeah, Wyron's gonna go there because Wyron needs to purchase
Technically, there was only
10
one smith
daggers.
there.
Oh well. No. That I missed that part because I think I dropped out at that point. Well, my call dropped at that point or something.
Okay, did you know that was on T?
You on T? Yes.
Wait, why is it that Wretched doesn't have... Oh, right. Did we actually do that? Or did I just not update it? Because I thought he would have more spells.
Yeah, we did update it. Pretty sure we did last time.
No, I was right. I just didn't update it. That's why.
Fair enough.
Oh. Yeah, now you can see a little bit better on what I was referring to.
Oh yeah.
Oh. So, uh, what do you guys gonna say?
Hello again. We're here to pick up the armor we commissioned.
Oh yes, I have it in the back. Let me go get it. And as she says this, she kind of just slivers off into the back and brings out this greenish suit of armor, that you assume it is the uh, plate armor that she was working on.
Martin will take it and he'll put it in the before putting it into the bag of holding, he is going to cast Identify on it real quick, just to see like what properties it has. If
Alright then, depending on whether or not on what I said canonically for the thing, which would determine whether this was technically 4 days or if it was actually 3. But either way, it goes and says Draconic Plate +1.
all right, so yeah, it provides like a 20 AC now. That's good. Exactly what we were looking for. And Warren just puts it into the bag of holding. And he'll give it to Hazio later. And then
I think plate is
how
too
long was
big
it?
for a
Was it
bag holding, to be fair.
plate can fit in there.
With all your other stuff.
Well, I put the gold in the bank with the guild. Then I have javelins. They'll fit it. And a lot of my other stuff, because we decided that I was going to carry my potions on the outside with me for the most part. I have my the oil flask. Oof. And a lot of the other stuff is just small stuff.
Alright, fair enough then.
Yeah. Yep. Which I forgot to add it before, but I do have a potion of fire resistance because I bought that way back. And so does Speed. He also has one that's on him. And Crow has a potion of invisibility.
Wait, was that in like session 5? Or
Something like that, yeah. It was like way back. I
Why does it
bought a few
surprise me
potions.
that Crow's got invisibility potion?
I gave it to her.
to be fair, that still would not have helped with the
No, it wouldn't have helped.
push.
But yeah, because Wyron is a bit of Wyron enables the thieving. Of course, Retchy doesn't know that. Retchy does not know that I enabled the thieving. But yeah.
To be fair, funny enough, Crow also has the potion of invisibility on their sheet. So it's not like I just forgot to add it. They just straight up have not used it.
I mean, yeah, it's because they have me to cast it on them.
Wait till my character finds out.
To be fair,
it's even worse
level,
now. I
you
have
probably
greater
could go and
invisibility.
cast it.
Yeah. What's even worse now? I now have greater invisibility. I believe was one of the ones I took.
Do not
believe
give
so.
it
Means
to
that-
Crow.
Well, to be fair, greater invisibility is just the same thing. Is the same thing as lesser invisibility. Only difference is, oh
It
hey,
doesn't go
I
away if you're
stabbed.
not.
Okay, I'm still hidden.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
Still can be seen by sea invisibility though.
Yes, but still, I can now hide and fire firebolts at people, or hide
So
and
you
shoot
could
people with the crossbow.
So you could technically get away with creating a
Not so
forest
much
fire.
on shoot with the crossbow because they will start losing that disadvantage. But when you move, they actually do get the disadvantage again.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good one for like I can cast greater invisibility onto Wretched, and he can move around and snipe people.
Fair.
Or you could use it to create a forest fire.
True. Although Hazio has given me a talking to about not oath breaking him because he plans to later go cleric, and if we do this, he loses all power from his gods.
Well, what Hazio doesn't know won't hurt him.
So if we do evil things, we just have to keep it from the lawful good paladin, from the neutral good paladin.
Yeah. Essentially.
Basically, yes.
It's just
Well,
like
if you're
me
wanting
if
to
I
be technical, he actually is conquest. That still does
Yeah.
not mean that he technically, well, he still. It just depends on how he wants to go about that, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain things with his god though, like he can't harm women. Well, we can't. He's not supposed to harm like innocent women or children or innocent men. He's not supposed to do that with his god, his godly tenets. He's supposed to protect the weak.
So he's
Well, that's my
supposed to
character
protect
out there.
everybody from MA. Got it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is. If MA doesn't, he might have to fight MA, and that might lead us to fighting MA. Unless we can, Alex, I can actually like get into MA's stuff and like figure out what else up and down, and going on with him. Yeah,
Well, to be
MA
fair, you
will
guys don't know this, but MA actually only kills really like assassins trying to go and kill leaders.
Yeah.
There's top crime people that are trying to do very big acts of terror. Like, he basically just wants the world to stay in order, so he doesn't want the world leaders to die, and he doesn't want the world thrown into chaos. Anybody threatens that, he kills. Else,
Well, there goes my plan then.
Yeah.
well, he would first go and
Yeah,
give you a
yeah.
letter saying, and here's a warning. Do that again, and you get a different thing. You don't want it. Have a good day. Bye. Because he'll
At least he
usually
writes
alert
first.
warnings once he figures out about something. And if they're about ready to do it, he'll literally stop them right then.
So we're also going to inquire how long if we have any more. How much longer on his bow?
Due to this armor, I've not been able to start it, so it would be about another 3 days.
Another 3 days. Okay. Also, I need to purchase 10 daggers, and if I can, like a bandolier to hold them, or a belt to hold all 10.
I don't know how much a bandolier.
So it'd be like a belt, or like a belt with 10 notches on it. Like basically, I want 10
Yeah, like
throwing
little
knives.
slots on it.
Basically, well, no, okay, let me rephrase this. I need 10 throwing knives and a belt to hold
A
them.
harness.
A harness, something like that. You know, something along those lines. Yeah.
Alright. The belt itself would be 5 gold. And
Okay.
let me look up the dagger price. Okay, I can't just quickly do it like that. As for the daggers, that would be 20 gold.
Okay.
25 gold, that's not too bad.
To be fair,
Alrighty.
I kind of was I kind of feared that something was wrong when I actually started seeing like an actual website for like some sort of like sale or something. When I typed it in 5e Bandolier. Because
Yeah.
apparently I spelled it wrong, so I spelled it Band IER. And that's apparently a legit site. I don't know what it is, and since I'm recording, I don't want to know what it is yet. I might explore what it is later and just kind of block that
Yeah, post
out
it in the
and nothing
chat.
else if it's not that great of a site.
Pass it. Put it in the chat if it's interesting.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not wanting to
no,
go and search it right now, but I will
no,
go.
Oh, I mean
no.
after the session.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So Wire now has a belt with 10 daggers. Or
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. No, but I told you about the animated object spell, right? What, Wretched?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that's what those are for. And
Hmm.
gonna make myself a nice little. I now have an army, basically.
Alright, that
Keep shit
thing.
away from me. Yeah, I have 10 tiny objects. Daggers count as tiny objects, and they now get to fly. And whenever I cast a spell, they get to fly and stab people.
And first one to adds your psychic damage.
Yeah, first one to hit gets to add psychic damage to it. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, just so that well, that's now a restriction to the magic, so that we don't get to where oh hey, I just cast one thing. Well, you used one thing and now have all these things attack, and now I get to roll this magical girl damage like about what is it, like 5 more times than what normally you would be able to add. Um, so it's essentially once per like spell slash uh, attack thing. So if you attack normally, or like say Witch Bolt, and then next turn Witch Bolt, uh, on each of those times, you'll go and get the damage. But if it's for example,
Basically, we're nerfing magic missile
yeah,
and stuff
pretty
like
much.
that because it is just too overpowered. At level 80, I'm doing like 1,000 points of damage on average.
Yeah, and otherwise it would be about like 140.
Don't be
Yeah.
spamming the hell out of that again.
But technically now he could and it won't be as broken.
Now I can, and it's not as broken. But before, spamming the heck out of it and everything, yeah, it just I killed a damn dragon like almost in one shot.
Yeah.
You're not
And then I
supposed to be
think
able to do
Casio
that.
killed it
With the
again.
melee attack, which which we're not nerfing melee attacks because it makes sense for melee attacks to get that damage. And
Yeah,
melee
to be
attacks
fair,
are
he
not
just
hard.
added a whole bunch of modifiers on that. So I think he added
Yes.
like his smite, he added the magical girl damage, he added his regular
That I
damage.
enchanted his sword.
It was insane.
Yeah. The fact that
So
I
basically,
enchanted his
OP as
sword
hell.
and stuff, yeah. I helped make the paladin into a DPS.
Yeah.
Which the thing is, if I do the same thing to like your bow, if I enchant your bow, the thing is, I have to then spend because I had to spend a day for his sword. I then have to spend a day for your bow and any other things I enchant with a damage modifier. I have to then spend a day, and it only lasts for about a month.
Yeah.
At least until I do it repeatedly over a course of like a year or so, maybe more. If
Yeah, that would be like a
Gordon rules
daily
it.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to do stuff like that in order to give you a modifier to it. But yeah, Of course, I just for Hazios, I just did Shocking Grasp, which is a cantrip. So it's actually pretty easy if I want to do that every day for his.
Nice.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's probably where the power of the cantrips is actually going to come through. Oh, oh, but that's pretty much just how that works.
yeah.
So, what do you guys do now? Because Mara's off training with Connor. You're not sure where the heck she's at.
Yeah, I'm going to go. We're going to go to the adventure. Wyron's going to go to the Adventurous Guild and ask them about the teleportation circles. Ask if the guild provides teleportation circles, or if there are teleportation circles in the city that are available for use, stuff like that. And if the guild does provide them, like what rank you have to be to access them, what the fee is, stuff like that.
We will typically go. Well, there's several guilds here, so we typically make sure that at least once every year the magic circles kind of just remade so people don't steal from us, essentially. So I will have you know that. But anyway, as for what you do, considering the fact that we make them like once every year, or, or rather, we have some intervals, usually 1 or 2 years. It depends on some guilds. But usually you're gonna have to be a platinum member if you're wanting to go and have access to those teleporters.
Why can I see the guild people glaring at Crow as soon as you said that?
Uh,
Yeah, about the stealing.
well, to be fair, they don't know that Crow is stealing a lot. I mean, to be fair, they might glare at Crow because, like, well, they might
Growl,
glare at Crow
aggressive,
just simply
or
because it's like, is that person actually one of those thieves that we're probably needing to go and make sure that we don't get robbed from, or what?
So they kind of suspect it's him or her even.
I mean, rogue dressed in leathers, drow. People are racist.
Well, to be fair, it's also the fact that, why don't I just direct you down to here where it's hi, hello, sub thieves district, with all the passageways and ways to break line of sight.
Yeah. But so how
Okay.
do you become a platinum member?
You become a platinum member of the guild usually by doing good works for the guild, and otherwise proving yourself to be among the better adventurers in the guild.
Hmm.
I'm also teleporting her off the map because she's not there. What is this limit? Okay, there, has healed up again. So what are your responses? She told you the requirements.
So that's going to take a while. Are there any other teleportation circles in the city that are more pay a fee, gain access to it, something like that.
Well, the only other magic circles that are typically there are in places that you really would expect people to kind of live there at least slightly. So you would probably be looking at essentially in a church.
Oops.
Why is it always a church? God damn it.
Okay. So in a church. Just a question. What are the likelihood that my temple has a teleportation circle somewhere in it?
Like the one in Dunwich, and is that to me as DM
Yep.
or is that to me as perceptionist?
You as DM.
Um, I would say that your guild, sorry, that your church probably would have like at least some teleportation circle. Uh, just simply due to the fact that it's a magic god. I assume they would have a teleportation circle. Where it would lead, I don't really know that yet, but it at least exists.
I'm pretty sure that it says I have. I'm looking through the description of it. And I'm pretty sure, like, I you instantly know like two sigils. So I'm thinking like one of the ones that Lyra would know would be his. Would, if it's possible, would be the his temple. When you first gain the ability to cast a spell, you learn the sigil sequences for two destinations on the material plane, determined by the DM. So, yeah, you'd have to figure it out. So you'd have to choose where the ones I have go. Hello?
Well, one would definitely be the church. As for the other sigil, I would have no idea where you would even have seen another sigil. Because a lot more of the sigils would have been like in guilds and other churches. I I doubt that you would actually have seen it.
So, okay. Churches, huh? Okay. Where are the churches in the city? And what churches are there?
I forget concepts of D&D. Oh, great. Oh, that hurt.
Please help me put a church in.
Because Lyra is going to go to a church to see if he can gain access to their teleportation circle, because he needs to teleport back to Scarlet Vale.
Again, why is it always churches?
I mean, does your character worship a god?
I'll say no.
Okay.
So he essentially just obeys the strong one. Got it. Right? Just obeys the strong one?
Yeah.
Though of course you don't really know who the strong one is anymore due to the fact that it's been a while.
Yeah, pretty much.
churches aren't that bad. Lyra will say to Wretched. I grew up in one.
Okay.
I always
let's
feel
see.
uneasy.
Depends on if you piss off a god or not.
That's what I mean.
I mean, most of the time they really don't care unless you go like cursing them and or kill like several thousand of their followers. So yeah, when we got that information, Wyvern would be like, we'd just leave and like start heading toward like the church's district to find out what churches there are and see if there's any of them that would be.
This is actually kind of fitting.
But yeah.
So
I
you
mean-
go up to about the, I would say the public service district, because that's a nothing else a good enough place for a church.
Yeah.
And do you go into the church type district? I'll say the church type is. Can I actually speak? Do you actually
Building.
go into the
Building.
church type building?
Not entirely sure what god it is. I would look at the iconography and everything and like try and figure out which god this temple goes to. So roll a religion check.
Go ahead, and nothing else. You go and see a staff dipped with a pie cone. Tipped with a pie cone.
Yeah, I do not know how that is. I got a 10, but I rolled a natural 1.
You assume that it's not a normal deity, like probably what we would know as like a real world deity, but other than that, you're not really sure.
I'm gonna say, look to Wretch. He's like, you recognize that symbol? Please roll a religion check for me, please.
Do you want me to,
I look-
Wretched?
Yes, please, mate.
Nope.
God damn it.
I mean, you could just stain it in a god.
Well,
Hindsight's 2020.
I look around for like, is there anybody like go walking past or anything?
Not
Or actually
particularly,
going to
because
the
it's
church.
not very common of a district for people to be in. And
Oof.
unless they're actually members of this church.
Yeah, I'm like, a little uncomfortable going into a church I don't know anything about, but Warren's gonna be
Fuck it,
like,
I'm going in. I'll
yeah,
walk
yeah,
through the door.
Warren's
Um,
looking around, like, see if there's anybody, like a priest or a cleric or something like that.
okay, in the center of the church, as you walk in by these pews, you see a fountain of wine.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
Wyvern is gonna. Wyvern is not going to go and drink from the wine. He's going to look around for person, for somebody.
So, Wretched, what was your character doing?
I was thinking in my head, gimme the wine, but I'm restraining myself from going up to it.
I mean, you could.
Why
There's no
does
man
anybody?
will piss some god off.
Oh God. So you go.
I look
Unless
around.
you want to risk stuff.
Why is looking for somebody, like anybody? Like, is there anybody around?
No, I'm not risking it. I'm being good.
For once,
start
you're
looking.
being good.
Maybe.
and you're not quite sure and if there's somebody around. Um,
Yeah, definitely not sure.
okay, yeah,
Damn
you're
it.
completely unsure. You have
Roll.
no idea where anybody is.
Byron was just like staring at the wine fountain, like, huh. So definitely a god of parties or god of wine. So yeah, okay.
So,
Well, I was
Richard,
gonna
do you
walk.
want to actually go state a god that this might be? Just as simply a funny type thing.
Hmm. I think this could be the god of partying and mayhem.
Hey, Dionysus. Oh boy.
That
Uh,
sounds like
but
my
no,
kind of god.
I mean, I do love a good drink. Warren's gonna walk up to the fountain,
Okay, and
and
what does he do?
he's going to. Well, is there like a cup or anything around the fountain or anything like that? Like,
You don't really see a cup. Wretched, do you do anything while this is going on?
Well, while I was looking for a cup, I just put my head underneath it. I was thinking, you know what, sod it.
Okay, as you're about to do this, as a priest comes out and asks, "What the heck are you two doing?"
hello. I was actually looking for someone of the clergy here. I was
Uh,
wondering. Uh, well, to tell you the truth, I don't know whose temple this is. I'm from Dunwich. I'm a member of the Temple of Mistra. I know that my family my temple has a teleportation circle in it, and I was thinking of, since I just got this spell, I might pop over and see them, but I don't have a way to instantly come back here. I was wondering if your temple would have a teleportation circle, and if I might be able to learn its symbol and use it to return to my home and then come back here to continue with my business.
okay, so the Minotaur just in what seems to be this reddish white, clerical dress. He's also a Minotaur. Oh, sorry, she's also a Minotaur. And says, "Sorry, we don't have teleportation circle here.
Hmm.
We're obeying and we're worshiping and a god of birth and wine. What makes you think that we'd have a teleportation circle here?"
Well, temples sometimes have them, and it was a shot in the dark. Uh, but what is the name of the god that you worship?
Dionysius. At least I think that's what the
Dionysus. He's a Greek god,
yeah.
and yeah, he's the party god.
So my
Yeah,
kind of
I
god
know
then.
that one. Oh yes. So Dionysus.
Well, he
Can I roll a
is
religion
chaotic
check?
neutral, so yeah.
Yeah. So can I see if I can roll a religion check and see if I know the name Dionysus?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, not bad. 16.
Okay, you
God.
know that it's probably from the Greek pantheon. Um, but outside of what she told you, you can't really think of anything else.
Ah, yes, from the Greek pantheon.
Indeed. Uh, since I am slightly curious, what is yours? Since you said you're from a church.
Mistra.
Fair enough.
I think Mistra's Greyhawk. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I look it up since it's like right there. Not Greyhawk.
What is she?
Okay, no, Mistress Forgotten Realms.
Forgotten Realms. Ah, she's a goddess of the Forgotten Realms. Specifically, a goddess of magic and mystery. Creator of the Arcane Weave.
Nice. To be fair, you should have slightly feared that it was the party god when I said that you saw on the temple like the staff with like a pine cone tipped.
Yeah, I don't know much about his symbols.
Well, that's what his symbol was.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know much about Dionysus' symbols. I know that he's a god of parties and wine, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Because he is the god of amusement, especially with laughter and wine. So, yeah. If that's not the god of parties, then I don't know what is.
Oh, yeah, he's in the like the Greek myths. He's like he like throws like really really good party.
Well, fair enough. So, what else do you guys do then?
Well, go try to find a different temple.
God damn it! I want to wine.
You
Well,
still could
actually,
go and
yeah.
actually go.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna. So the wine here is it's for everyone or just?
We
Members of the
typically
church.
partake of it in on about Sunday when we do our religious ceremonies.
Would it be possible to buy some?
Do keep in mind it is currently about Thursday.
Yes.
We don't typically buy it. Also, we don't typically have people buy it. It is just Sunday during the worship, or you don't really get anything from the fountain.
Okay. Look over at Wretched.
Like that.
Maybe a god. Maybe a god you might want to try worshiping.
Possibly. As long as they're still okay with my adventuring.
I mean, what are the tenets? Turns back to the cleric. What are the tenets of your god?
I don't know his tent.
It's like basically I don't know either. Crap.
Murder. Oh,
Okay, let's see what the uh, thing has. None of this is helping.
wait, what?
None of what is looking up helps. I guess I'll just have to make up my own attendance for this. Uh, uh, the attendance of our god is to essentially entertain when possible. And also make sure that when you are offered any sort of drink, especially wine, that you do partake at least a little bit, as that is very good courtesy.
Sign me up.
Alright. Well, as stated, the service is the Sunday, and it will be at 8 o'clock at night.
It's fine by me.
Great. We'll see you there then.
Oh.
Sweet.
Alright. So, we exit that temple and continue looking for other temples. And
Did I
By
just
the way,
sign
you
myself
do
up for a
realize-
religion?
The cars actually go much faster than what you can. So
you're right.
you could
Let's go here.
probably use the Hummer to go and get to where you're trying to go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you said it was. Never mind then. I need circle teleportation then.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
saying. Because
So
the
yeah, I'm
Hummer's
just
max
going to go
speed
ahead.
is 790 feet. So, yeah,
790 in like and that's like in 12 seconds. Or
no, it goes to, actually, yeah, the acceleration is in like about 6 seconds. I'll say it's in about 9 seconds or whatever.
So I signed up for a religion for no reason.
you signed up for a religion because a god is always a good thing to have on your side. Plus, you have a reason to party.
And also
Because-
partake
That is
whenever somebody offers you a drink.
Literally, it would be against your religion to not take a drink if someone offered it. You can literally tell people this.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah.
So all bonuses.
Okay, yeah, it's in 9 seconds that you get to at least like 62 miles per hour.
Okay.
I'd laugh if that was the actual rules of that religion in real life.
I mean, technically, in back in the old days, if for like Dionysus, yeah, a lot of his people drink wine all the time.
Yeah, it's
Oh, nice.
basically like in a round, and you actually start getting to where your thing is going 545 miles per hour, or well, technically feet per second, but still. So you could probably get to the next town over in about like 3 hours.
Oh, so okay then, yeah. circle teleportation is well, unless we teleport like across the island and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is an island. You don't really need the teleportation circle that much since you have a car.
True.
If you did have a car, then okay, yeah, fair enough, because that's a day's walk. Or technically, it's a 2 days walk. It's probably about like 3, maybe 4 hours. Because I do remember that MA at least on the street, sorry, on the recording, and you're seeing and if I recall correctly, how far he can go, and he can run about as fast as a car. So yeah. Do note that I was more referring to the recording, so like essentially it would be about, how many zeros is that? I think that's 10,800,000 feet. Oh, sorry, no, 10,080,000 feet that he can go. Oh, and that's just one of the faster 2 cars. And your car is not that much slower.
He is a power of bullshit.
As I said in the last
very
session,
fast and having 3 movements.
Because he's got fucking levels in Rogue and just has a bonus action of dash.
Yeah. So he could run as fast as a car.
Yeah.
It's just that he's not doing anything else. He's just flat out trying to run and beat that car.
And that's not even like using Expeditious Retreat or Boots of Speed or any of that shit.
Yeah, true. That's just flat out from what he would actually go and have from what I've given to him, and well, from what he's actually has and what I would term as benefits from that. Because I am the type of DM that if you guys do somehow get to above 20, you guys do actually get rewards, especially depending on which stats you actually increase.
oh nice.
Sweet.
Row 20, I don't know why, but it do keep in mind that it, for whatever reason, kind of glitches out with speeds, and it'll just add 1 if it adds a number. It would literally not care that you're above going above 20. It will just say, oh, yep, okay, you can do this. You add 1. That's fine.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. But really, oh well. It's once you notice it. Well, it's when you don't notice it that's the issue. So, but otherwise, it's technically fine.
Well, I don't know. And
So, what do you guys do now?
well, we have to wait in like the 3 days future bow. We have time to do something. We're gonna see if there's anything at the guild we can do. Any small quest or anything.
Well, to be fair, you could ask for. You guys could go and see about the NPCs.
Yeah. Wyron's got an idea for that one.
He's actually not gonna go and romance the Dragonborn.
Yeah. That's on the. one of the things that Wire's going to look into is see if he can find like a restaurant or something that does like uh, basically takeout for like fish because that's what she likes, and figure out like,
To be fair, I did say that the
like,
Sweetscape was kind of like a combination of like.
something to and probably try and like find a place.
Well, technically, the Sweetscape does takeout because, like I said, uh, it's kind of
But
like a combination of
well,
a actual fast food place and a sit down restaurant. It's just that if you're taking it to go, you're probably going to be waiting for about like 20 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, Wires. So well, when Wire this, he's
To be fair, he could also do a different thing as a date. There's not just food.
again, Wire does not really. He does.
I thought he would send a message off to Mara.
Okay. He did. Okay, so I said he would. He probably would. He would send a message to Mara asking ideas on dates in the city. Wait for.
So he's essentially just asking on like what to do for a date.
In the city.
You do realise you're going to get teased by Mara about this?
Well, to be fair, he could actually. Well, she could go and respond back.
Well,
But-
I
Sorry, go.
so I use a slot for the man to cast Sending and send him and Wiring met a lovely fellow Dragonborn, took her out on one date. Need ideas for a second. Please help.
Alright. She goes and replies, well, every girl is different. Friend. For example, I like ping pong, some don't. I dislike bowling, others love it. Just try something and hope it works.
um.
Oh yeah, right. I'll also add that to your notes. Or are you going to add them?
Add what from Mara.
Yeah, because you could add it into your notes what I just said about
Yep.
Mara's likes and dislikes.
Yep. Gonna do that. No, Warren's going to look at things, and that actually he'd ask it because you toured the city, and he'd ask like
You're
Wretched.
cutting out there.
he'd ask Wretched what Wretched saw when.
Sorry, what was that?
He was asking what did you see? Oh, yeah,
About the what,
right.
sorry?
I just kind of read off stuff from the map. But yeah, you pretty much saw like a couple parks. You want to say that there was a shopping district? There's also gyms, what looked to be like an arcade of sorts. it's a massage place, karaoke, a baseball park, uh, a dance hall, and a flower shop. In addition to what you already know about the map.
Okay, there's essentially gyms, restaurants, parks. Did it say park?
Yeah, there is a park.
Yeah,
Because
there's an
there is
amusement
both
park.
an amusement park, trampoline park, and then also a regular park.
Yeah, amusement park, trampoline park, and regular park as well.
Okay, so yeah, Wyron's going to Sora and if she has a day off. And
What day is he asking, and if she has a day off on?
he's asking.
No, I mean, like, is he
Free that.
saying a specific day?
He's not saying. Asking if she has a.
I typically have Saturday and Sunday off. Why?
Amusement.
So you're asking for her to go to the amusement park. Correct?
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, I'm asking.
Alright. Don't you normally need tickets for the amusement park?
To buy those. Never been. It would know. But yeah, buy them. If
So,
not, then Wyron.
so did
I have
Byron actually
no
go and
idea.
get tickets? Or did he just go to the bartender? Because it's like, fair enough, yeah, he would not really know unless he actually went to check out the place first.
I'm trying to determine whether Wyron's smart enough to go check whether he would. All right, we're going to play this. We're going to play even at odds, and I'm going to roll a d4. If it's even, Wyron went to check it out. If it's not, Wyron did not go check it out, and to then say, "I'll be right back." All right, so even, so he went and checked it out.
Alright then. So
Okay.
he heard what appeared to be a bunch of noise, particularly from the rides. Which the main noise rides are like further out, so that they don't disturb as many of the of the residents in the city. Hence why the amusement park gets so much land, just simply for like roller coasters, and that they don't then disturb residents for various reasons. And as for the ticket price, The tickets are about uh, 45 gold.
A
And that's
piece?
45 gold each.
Okay.
So, uh, so he did check it out. What does he say to the bartender then?
He would have bought 2.
He already did bought 2.
Well, no, he'll say, well, I want to make sure what. I haven't bought tickets. I was
Sorry, let me turn
What
you
day?
up so I can actually. Oh, I can't turn you
Yeah.
up. You're at 200 already.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Sorry,
yeah,
that-
you're quite low there.
Okay. So, Warren's going to basically say, didn't buy tickets yet because he's waiting.
Hello?
Oh, so it wasn't just me that heard him cut out.
Yeah, it's
Hang on. I'm gonna
but
I'm gonna rejoin the call.
All right.
okay. I just made myself a coffee.
Yep. Okay, is it better now?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, the quality sounds a lot better.
Yeah. So then, what does he say with the tickets then?
That he was waiting to buy tickets. He had to.
So he's gonna go buy tickets at the gate, correct? Did you cut out, Wired?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Uh, so
So
he's buying
yeah,
tickets
well-
at the gate, right?
yes,
Uh,
yes.
then her reply is, I guess I could show. Oh. Well, actually, she says, I guess I could show on Saturday.
Okay. You started. Don't know how-
So I guess he goes buy tickets for Saturday, correct? At least when the gates
I already
reopened. Or is he only gonna buy the tickets when he's actually needing the tickets?
He'll go if he's able to buy them ahead.
Most places allow you to buy them in advance, so I would say that this place would let you buy them in advance.
I already.
Uh, so, Wretched, what is your character doing?
My character is going to go to one of the gyms and start training.
Alright. Uh, uh, so what amount is he kind of doing?
About an hour's worth on the weights or something, if that's what you mean.
Alright, so it's an hour on what pound?
Uh,
Because, like, you could take the, like, bench press, like, about, like, 200 plus. So there's various weights that you can kind of place onto, like, a barbell or just, like, use in your hands, and that would determine on, like, how strenuous the workout is. That's why I
yeah,
was
about
wondering.
okay, yeah, about 200 plus on the bench press.
200 at bench press, right?
Yeah.
You said 200, right?
Yeah, I did say 200.
Roll me let me just roll you a straight saving throw. Okay, you're just as you go to try to bench press 200, you're just barely able to keep it from falling straight onto you, but that's about it.
Great, so I can't lift less than more than 200. Sorry.
Well, it's just that you
Um,
maybe actually have to look up the average bench press weight, which is about 135 pounds
okay.
for an average.
Okay,
Because your character has average strength, so you're trying to bench press 65 pounds over what he typically had.
yeah. Maybe reduce that
Actually, yeah,
weight.
you're trying to bench press essentially more than what you are currently carrying. And keep in mind,
Right.
what it normally is saying is you are carrying over your weight. And you're carrying
Okay.
more than that.
God damn it. Yeah, I'd say maybe reduce it to about 100. See if that's any better.
Yeah, you would be able to bench press that, but I would say this is probably won't be too much of a reward though.
Yeah, that's fine. So I don't really know. I need to have a look, see what the average is.
Um, all right, so yeah, you're able to go and essentially bench press that very easily. How many reps you do, I don't know. Your character can just kind of decide that. Uh,
Uh, about 20 reps a set.
all right. Uh, uh, then that would be it for that unless you wanted to do something else in the gym.
No, that's it. Just wait.
Alright, fair enough. Uh, So then, what do Wyron and Wretched do on Friday?
I'm down for anything. I'm not bothered.
Well,
Do keep in mind, I do reward creativity.
trying to think of anything.
You can find people to torture.
I mean, could go do some banditry. That would get us in trouble with the law. I'm gonna say go by the guild and just look through like quests and stuff. See if there's peaks.
Yeah, we could do that.
And we are adventurers.
Okay, well, what ranks are you typically, or sorry, are you looking for?
Well, we just reached B rank. But that's more.
I remember I still haven't got my bow back yet.
Yeah. Besides, this is. We'll look at the seas and.
Do keep in mind, you guys did technically go and at least get considered to have completed a quest. So
Yeah, we
if
have
this
to-
quest is to go and satisfy that requirement, then I would say this, you don't really need to do that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just looking for like magical artifact lost. Hunted. If there's anything holders, Wyra will immediately. Nope.
You do see at least along those lines, and a an E-rank quest that is investigate the forest.
Sounds pretty reasonable.
Do you want the description on that quest?
Yeah.
Yes,
Look
please.
closer at the description.
So the description and of the quest says mysterious happenings have been going on in the forest. Shrieks of pain and dark clouds in various locations, and blood seemingly splattered across the ground, and looking for somebody to investigate these various happenings.
Wired, bit ratchet.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh-huh. We take down this one, we go to the reception desk, say, we'd like to try this one. It seems, interesting.
She says, alright, I come back when you have found something, or at least have some theory about what's going on there.
And if we run into trouble for
well, you shouldn't really encounter much trouble even in there.
okay. So yeah, okay. Yeah, it won't take us long to get out there.
Are we
Head
taking
out.
both Humvees or just one?
I mean, you could take multiple quests if you want to.
Kill questy.
Have a look for a torch quest for me.
So you're not doing the quest with
Yeah.
Lyran.
Is there
No, I'll
Is-
take Warren with me because he can bitch stuff from awake.
I mean, we can accept multiple quests.
Well, yes, but usually the torture stuff is like maybe a G rank thing because like it's typically within the city. It's where you get to F that you usually start heading out of the city. And wretched. Hopefully we don't have to end and restart this call. You still there, Wyron?
Yeah.
And Rich is now back.
I mean, is there? Yeah, there he is. Hello.
You're right.
I'm
Sorry
back.
about that bloody internet.
I honestly think that's much more on Discord rather than your internet.
I think it's supposed to be both on my end.
Yeah.
Right, so
But,
where were we?
Actually, yeah, we're looking.
You're
So we
technically
got-
looking for any type of quest that you want to do since pretty much there's the mysterious going on in the forest. Do note that torture requests would typically be in the city, so you would not really be able to do it when you're investigating the forest.
I mean, we don't have to go out immediately that day. If not, I'll put it.
Have they put a time limit on these quests?
Their time limit on the quest. Could not see.
There's not really a time limit, but a lot of times the guild assumes that you're going to do that quest that day, or at least start working on that quest that day.
I didn't know that torture. That. Recon. Yeah. Wired is totally down to help.
Do keep in mind that would put the investigate the forest in 2 days because Wyron has a date tomorrow.
That's fine with it, me. This is the torch one.
Do this.
Or at least roll to see if there is a torture one. And
Let's see. Fun.
let's see how crime heavy this city is. So gonna be rolled 5 times. Take the lowest. You can see that there's a torture quest for. Well, you can see that there's an execution type quest, but that's about it.
Excuse them.
Yeah, the guild technically does gun and occasionally have its members, specifically the G1, specifically the G rank ones, occasionally help out as executioners in the big city. Do you guys want to take that quest to execute somebody?
A public execution.
Can we have fun? Can we have fun with the person first?
Well, so it's
And what are the
specifically one
details?
person, you could technically go and have as much fun as you want with them, so long as they just die by the end of the day, and that they don't have to feed that person for that day.
Shall we do it, Ryan?
I'm down.
Sweet, we'll take it.
All right. Then you go and say, please see the guards at the castle and show them that, and they'll take you to the prisoner to be executed.
Wiring
Right.
that paper, looks over it and sees it sees it.
And sees what?
The person.
Yeah, you're cutting out again there, bud.
Well, the guards would be in
wanna-
the living quarters, because essentially it's somebody in the castle dungeon that they're wanting executed.
Wires.
So
Hello?
how poor of a miserable existence do you guys make the prisoners before he dies?
I mean, are we gonna have him death?
Oh no, they straight up would say they don't care what you guys do to that person so long as he dies.
Oh, okay, so it could be a very slow
Wiron's
torturous
gonna
death
ask,
then.
Yeah.
Wiron's gonna ask what the prisoner's crimes are.
Is the person that did the crime essentially tried to go and murder a guard. They weren't too successful though, but they still were confirmed to be they still were confirmed and for attempted murder.
I see amateurs.
Let's just go make sure this guy hurts. So yeah, Wyron will heal him up after Wretched cuts into. We'll use Firebolt to cauterize.
So how early do your
Shocking
characters
grasp.
rise for just reference?
My character wakes up at about 5 a.m.
What about yours,
Wires.
Byron?
Wires.
What was that, Ryan?
7 to 7.
Alright. So then I would say that now it's probably about like 9 o'clock or so. Uh, and the guard says, just make sure that he's dead by about 8 p.m.
That shouldn't be too hard. If we can keep it alive long enough. Show us where the prisoner is.
He leads you to this prisoner. No. Oh, you're so lucky that that did not go for 40. Otherwise, I might just, for lulz, said that was a fox girl.
That would have been evil.
That would have. So, I would have just immediately. just.
I would have killed the guards and then friggin' escaped with the fox girl.
You're murdering a gnome.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh. Male
Evil
gnome.
little bastards.
Like I said, and you guys are so lucky that was not a 40, otherwise I would have done it. Just for lulz.
Well, we
I
enemies, but
would have been
fucking,
pissed off.
fuck all the other shit. Fuck the bow. I'll buy you.
Yeah, this city would have been burnt to a crisp if I had to do that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's what.
Hazio.
That's why you guys don't want me to really roll 40 a lot of the times. If you're really wanting a race to be there, okay, then sure, you're wanting me to be 40 so that I can actually say, yeah, your choice on what race this is. Where you can probably just say that it's whatever race you're going for.
Okay.
However, if it's a 40 in a situation like this, I could just easily say that it's a fox girl.
Yeah, there would be a bunch of dead guards if that was possible.
Well, to be fair, if it was a fox girl, you could make sure that she had a swift death.
No, my characters do not kill fox girls.
Well, you were actually supposed to be killing and whoever this was. You took the request
Yeah.
out. So if it was Fox Girl, you were supposed to kill the Fox Girl.
I could take the fox girl's death.
I mean, yeah, true. If you actually had the cleric that could, you probably could have a cleric revive that dead Fox Girl. It's just that would have been very expensive.
How expensive?
It would have been like probably by the time you guys leave here, 1,000 gold at least.
Christ.
And I believe you also would have, well, that you would have to have the body.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be 1,000 gold. You would pretty much need a bard or a cleric. And it's 1,000 gold before you add on the cost of labor and the typical spell slot requirement, which would put that at a base of 1,175 gold if it was a fox girl and you wanted to revive it.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, let's not let any of our NPC fox girls die ever.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
protect them at all costs.
we make this gnome's. We do make this gnome's life a living hell at the end.
Yeah, that was my daughter, by the way.
Fair. To be
Yeah.
fair, I feel very, very bad for the snow because you guys are here.
I mean, I can literally heal him back up. We just beat him around, stab him with some arrows and some knives, shocking grasp, firebolts, stuff like that.
Well, he's
I'm
also
also trying-
chained to a chair, so he can't do anything while this is all going on. That's why I feel
Yeah.
so bad for
Yeah.
him. He's literally
After
in
about,
the
like,
snow, and you guys are just being like, okay, here's some bleed for you. Here's some healing. Here's some more bleed for you. Here's some more healing, and just kept doing that.
Yeah, I'm also getting as much information out of him as I can on like why he tried to attack the guard, what like if he has like any secrets out there, like any like secret stashes of money or anything like that. Yeah,
And I'll just be having fun.
yeah. I'm just asking some random ass questions, just trying to. Warren is
All
mentally
you
also
say
fucking.
is, to hell with this country.
Warren's also reading his mind.
It is just to hell with this country.
I bet I can get him to say something different if I chop off his balls.
If you do what?
Chop off his balls.
Do you do that?
Yes.
He is just screaming this time, to hell with this country.
Yeah, heal him up a bit. Make sure he doesn't bleed out.
Okay, his sack kind of just closes, but the rest does not come back up.
Yep. I don't regenerate. I heal. I asked him why he hates the country.
He just says, to hell with this country.
Not gonna get a man a few words.
Yes, specifically
Why is
to
going-
hell. Specifically to hell with this country in that order.
So Wyron's going to test how long he can sustain his shocking grasp and see how long it takes for the gnome's eyeballs to explode.
So you're placing it
always
by your
wondered
head.
how
Oh, sorry,
much-
by his head.
I'm placing my hands on each side of his head, and I'm casting shocking grasp with them, and I'm going to see if I can. How much electricity I have to channel, electricity I have to channel through my hands, in order to make his eyeballs explode. Because Wyron's kind of always wondered this, but never really had the ability to test it.
Meanwhile, I've just got a massive Joker-style grin on my face.
Which looks really weird because you are a
You're a
and your
doll.
head is a hyena's head.
Yeah.
So this looks like really weird.
Okay, so due to that, it kind of seems like after about 2 minutes that he dies. Do you continue after that?
No, the second he goes limp, I stop casting and then heal him back up. Are his eyeballs still intact?
Yeah, his eyeballs are still intact.
Alright, heal him up. Resume.
The
I
heal
could remove it.
appears to have done nothing to him.
Oh, he's not
Damn it,
healing.
Warren.
Sorry, I overdid it.
It
Oh
was meant to
well.
last
Yeah,
all
he was a
day.
normal gnome. What did you expect?
I told you as soon as he goes limp, I stop. Like as soon as he goes unconscious.
Yeah, but when you do electricity to his brain,
Yeah. Uh. Uh. Well, technically, a due to how it
Technically,
is,
this has
his
been a
body
few
is
hours.
still technically acting, but you're not feeling any warmth from him anymore. Like his body is now starting to go, uh, and slightly cool. It's very small though, so you're barely able to notice it.
But but he's not healing at all, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah, do keep in
But
mind,
this,
when you actually go and send electricity, you can actually move a dead body by just sending electrical currents through their
oh
brain.
yeah. He was.
let's do finger puppets.
Ooh, I wonder if this works. Wired reaches out, like kind of like tries to channel the electricity through the brain and like see how different parts of the body move.
His two arms just stick out, kind of like how a zombie, when and you consider a typical zombie movie, it's just that his legs are not moving.
All right, moving the electricity around a bit, trying different parts of the brain.
Okay, his arms fall
Wires.
down, but he seems to be just tapping his feet.
Ooh, I wonder if I can get him to tap dance.
Meanwhile, I'm just
Wire
like,
is figuring out different parts of the brain do different things.
Right
Or you
now,
meanwhile, I'm
I'm
just
just
laughing my.
imagining a Wyron just kind of gripping onto the gnome's head and just kind of sending electric through his brain, making the dead body just tap dance.
Meanwhile, I'm just laughing my ass off in the corner.
I'm doing that now, so go ahead and have inspiration for just putting that thought into my head, Wyron.
Thank you. I now have my DM inspiration back. Alrighty. But yeah, a little tap dancing dead gnome. Yeah. I mean this Wire wouldn't have done this until like later, so it's been like a few hours that we've been doing
I
this
shout to the
shit.
guards, "Do you want to see something hilarious?"
They say, "What the heck did you guys do?" as they just walk over.
I'm just like leaning down a bit, like have my hands, and I'm making him tap dance. I figured out what part of the brain makes him do this. How did the guards react? Oh god.
One guy just absolutely starts laughing. The other one is stone faced and he's just looking at his partner, and it's like, bruh, uh, you do know we're not supposed to be you know we're supposed to be serious, right? As the other guard just replies to him, but this is so funny though.
Not to mention the guy is a freaking traitor to the country. And trying to kill one of your fellow guards.
It's so we're also not supposed to really be laughing at dead bodies, as he just kind of glares at his other friend, who just does not care and continues laughing.
But it's a gnome tap dancing, who is dead.
Uh, uh, the guard that is stone faced replies, is that does not matter. Once the body is dead, it should be disposed of.
Wyron is actually reading the guy's mind to see if he finds this at all funny.
He's just wondering why the heck did they even try finding this out, and how the heck did they even find this out?
Because it was over
Oh,
too quickly.
No, Wyron will respond to his thoughts and say, like, "Oh, I was trying to find out how much electricity it would take to make his eyes pop as a torture technique, and found out that certain volts electricity to certain points of the brain make things happen."
He goes in response to, like, okay, what were you doing then?
Oh, we were torturing him a little bit before we killed him, and I was casting shocking grasp and found out that his head, when you stimulate the brain with certain electricity, it makes him do these things.
I was referring to knowing my thoughts, sir.
Oh, I forget that the people don't like that. Yeah, it's a little gift that was given to me by a patron. Warren just kind of smiling.
Well then, since you're done with your work, we will kindly ask you to leave. If you need an escort, we can guide you out perfectly fine. Or at
Warren
least he
sighs.
can, since is not doing his job correctly anyway. As he points to the guard that was laughing hysterically.
Warren just sighs, removes his hand from the gnome's head, lets it collapse, and says, "Okay, we'll leave. See if we'll come back. We'll keep an eye out for more execution quests. That was actually quite fun."
Well, to be
Meanwhile, let's give the
fair, he actually is on a date tomorrow.
True. Tomorrow, but
Meanwhile, I just give the gnome a quick kick.
Alright, fair enough.
To make sure it's actually dead.
Well, to be fair, that no, if it was not dead after that, I would be really, really surprised. Because keep in mind, he's technically been casting shocking grabs, and so every round, or at least, like, it's probably been casting and doing, like, a d6 every 3 seconds.
Oh, Christ.
And he's doing that on his head. Or technically it would be like doing, and whatever is his damage die for spells, which I believe it would be 2d6. And it's that much electric damage every single round that you would be taking.
2d8. More, it's
Okay,
2d8.
4d8, because you're technically using 2 hands, so he was taking the damage twice.
Yep.
So he needed to survive that about 10 times for it to factor in a minute. It technically would have been a surprise that he even lasted 2 minutes before he actually fully died.
Yeah. Yep.
Fair enough.
He is like very, very dead, and there are scorch marks. And oh, by the way, the smell is probably really freaking horrible. But yeah.
Yeah, you were
So
kind
I
of burning
have
the
to
corpse.
go here in a minute. I have because my dinner's ready. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, the smell is probably really horrible as well because he's completely fried. And my dinner's ready, so I'm gonna have to go here in a minute or two. So,
or we can just pause for you to go and get your dinner.
For I just want to. So I'm gonna make a charisma check to see uh, just if the date or how the date goes, and from there we'll see. Oh, okay.
Okay, the date's reply to that is not my scene, um, but at least it wasn't horrible.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he
Sundari then.
does.
That's how.
She actually dislikes amusement parks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright.
that was kind of a thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. So while Byron's on his date doing that stuff and making it somewhat entertaining for her, Byron,
Despite the
Retchy
fact that
can do
she's saying
something
all
for
the noise.
yeah. I'm gonna get my food, and Retchy can do something for the day.
All right. So obviously
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
fine.
gonna really be able to do the stab and then heal thing that Wyron could technically allow you to do.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, I'll say that if it's higher than that, there's one. Alright. So there is a quest. Do you take it?
What is the quest?
It is another one of the little torture quests.
Oh, yes, I'll take
Well,
it. Can I have a description? Can I have a description of the quest?
Yeah, it's more of a torture thing.
Okay.
So, uh, this person should not be that much of an issue. Uh, However, they are still well. They still are a threat to society. This time we caught them trying to rob a bank where a bunch of people's money is stored. And
Okay. Yeah, I accept the quest.
alright. So then it is essentially to the same place as as and what do you say to the guards?
So, is it the same guards again, or is it different pair?
It's for the most part the same guards.
So, I'm back again. I've got another torture. I've got another quest for here.
Alright then. Um can we see the quest so we know where to guide you?
I hand them over the paper.
Uh they go and look at it. Uh but they then say, alright, we now know where to head you. Follow me. Uh as he guides you to this certain room. Damn it. Where
You
Eventually is sitting in the middle of the room. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of make sense with what I said he was doing. Uh,
Right.
it is a female Veticlin, though.
Okay.
Mm.
So, I start asking questions like, why were you trying to rob the bank and stuff like that before I start any torture.
Uh, she goes and replies back to the why question as, well, to use your brain, why would anybody want to rob a bank?
for that comment, is there any oil or anything? I'm asking the DM this.
I would say there probably would be oil around the room. Because it would be something that could be used as a torture device.
Okay, so I put a wet cloth over her mouth and then start pouring oil over it, over her.
So you essentially gag her and then pour oil onto her gag.
Yeah.
Alright. There's not much going out besides like, mm.
Then I remove the gag and ask who hired you to do this job.
I have no employer.
You have no employer, right? I look around the room for something sharp and I spot a slightly, what do you call it, red poker, you know, from from a flame or something. You know where it's like red tips. But
Don't forget to insight check. See if she's
uh,
lying.
oh yeah, can you roll for an insight check for me?
Alright. But an insight check for what?
To see if she's lying about having an employer.
Um, you can tell that she's probably not telling the whole truth, at least not with the employer thing.
Okay. I can cast spells in this, can't I?
You technically could. Uh, wait, did you not earn anything? Or did it just glitch out?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything.
Well, I'm seeing that you still have only the same 3 spells. It, those, that's, that's, I don't think that that's correct. I think you have, like, find traps.
I have find traps. I have the spike one,
Yeah, I need spike
the
growth.
spike growth, and then there's bark skin that I've got as well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've got a good idea. You know, with spike growth, can I
Yeah.
manipulate can I manipulate the spikes so they go into non-vital parts of the body, or is it just random?
You technically could, but, it only does its damage when people are moving.
Okay. Yeah, but for a torture technique, it'll be going. I can manipulate it to go through the body, can I?
Wait, what level was find traps?
Can't remember now.
Because I think I was glitching. I think I was kind of confusing myself with the fact that uh, you're technically not able to cast like several things. So like you're technically only supposed to have 4 spells.
Okay.
Well, I don't know on how you got extra spells, but I guess you did.
I
Do you
think
actually
it was
still
because of the.
have like a detect poison and disease on your sheet? Because I'm thinking what I almost did was give you the sorry, yeah, give you like the 7th level stuff.
Okay.
Did you actually have detect poison and disease on your sheet, or?
I did, but I thought I got rid of it for something else when I leveled up.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, and just kind of glitched out, and it still had you have that on the row 20. But I also didn't see like spark skin or spike growth. I knew you took spike growth. That's how I noticed you didn't have your spells for whatever reason.
I'm pretty sure I got rid of them. When we busted it.
Well, yeah, like I gave you the spells that you were supposed to have had. Uh, how you technically got, well, how it didn't go an update, I don't know. But in terms of the spike growth thing, like I said, you're gonna have to move that person in order for them to actually experience any of the damage of the spikes. Uh, so, and unless you determine it, technically they would gonna affect you as well.
Okay. Um. I start breaking bones on her body because I've got a hunch that she's not telling the whole truth about the not having the boss for the job.
Okay, so she starts screaming in pain and asks, "Why? I've answered all your questions."
Because I don't believe you're telling me the whole truth.
And she goes and replies, that is the truth."
Looks like I need to get more violent. Um,
You could also use a
is
sword.
there? Oh yeah. I basically threatened to cut her hands off to get more information out of her.
She goes as and replies, "Are you even listening? I've already told you that I've answered your questions and so you've asked."
I shout to one of the guards. Uh, what information do you need me to get out of her?
Uh, they go and reply back, uh, as much information as you can get out of her. Uh, and we also don't care about your methods so long as so long as you get the information out of her.
Hmm. Um,
As she also replies to that guard, "Go to hell."
I punched her in the face.
She says, "What was that for? I've answered your questions. At least give me questions to answer before you go and actually punish me for it."
Oh, that was just for fun. Um, I look around the room to see if there's any sort of electrical devices which I can use for electrocution.
You see that there's a chair with what looks to be like a coil on it. And a lever.
I move her over to the chair and see if there's any instructions on how to use this chair.
It says place helmet on person and pull lever.
Is there a voltage setting?
It doesn't seem to be a voltage setting. Uh,
'Cause if
well, outside of the bottom part having a little red skull and crossbones on it.
Okay, so as long as I don't go to that skull and crossbones, I won't kill her. Okay, um, I want to know who you're working for because I don't think you're
She replies
telling me
back
the
to
entire truth.
that. I've already answered that. I don't work for anybody.
I pull the lever slightly so it increases the shock.
Alright. And how long do you hold it there for?
2 minutes.
Alright. Uh, so then what do you say? Sorry, she replies after those 2 minutes. Uh, why do you keep asking the same questions I've already answered?
So I think you're lying. I want the truth.
I have stated the truth.
Do you really think I'm going to believe a criminal?
Fair enough, but I've stated the truth. What more do you want?
I want to know who who you worked with on the job.
I did it myself. There was nobody else with me.
I find that hard to believe.
The guard chimes in, and well, we did check some footage from there as well, and there was only one person on that job.
For a bank heist? Really? One person?
It was night, and you're also talking with the Bediclin. They're not exactly tall, so they could easily sneak into places.
True. But
At least
how
I
did
don't
she...
recall Bediclin being that tall. I could be wrong.
They're basically Underdark goblins, right?
No, that's a different one.
What is the Vetican?
The Bediclin is like a. Okay, no, never mind. I was completely incorrect. Bediclin is more like me, but blue. And also a whole lot more pounds. It's usually less than 200, though.
Okay.
Oh.
So she's a blue humanoid.
Yeah, basically.
Hmm.
And Wyron, you were thinking the Verdan. Those are the Underdark Goblins.
Ah, that's what they are.
Oh, I'm trying to think what else I can... I can ask. Can I get the guards involved?
You can. What do you say to the guards to get them involved then?
I walk over to the guards and say, "Hey, you guys want to have some fun?"
Um, they gonna reply, sure. What are you playing?
I was thinking, if you can make a talk, I'll split the quest in half. I'll split the quest with a pair of you.
Um, to be fair, uh, you guys could do 18 plus actions to these characters. I mean, you are
Yeah, I'm not
torturing
down.
them.
Yeah, but I'm not down for anything like that. There's
Uh,
torture, and then there's that.
I mean, this person technically has no rights.
Has no rights.
Yeah. Because
Huh.
I am about to add it to your notes, because they go and state, uh, well, what do you have in mind? After all, this person does have nothing that they can really do against us, even if we do rape them.
I'll leave it to your discretion.
Um, they go and ask if your character wants to join them in it, because it
I'll
might
take.
break the spirit and actually make her talk faster.
See, I'll take no part in that stuff, but you guys have fun.
Okay, so yeah, they kind of just go and do it in the front. One does it in the mouth. The other is kind of like down there and in the front, and they kind of done it for about an hour before they kind of stop, uh, and pull out at least, uh, and she goes and responds to the two guards. Seriously, to hell with you too.
So I walk back up to it. Are you ready to talk now?
I have been talking! Well, sorry,
Are
no.
you ready
She
to
says, I have been talking, you asshole!
But not the whole truth, though. I want to know everything about this job.
I have stated the truth about this job.
Were you working with anyone on the inside to get any access codes?
Um, not really. Uh, uh, I mean, a lot of this stuff, it's pretty much just like punch in a few numbers, and then you're in. It was easy enough.
Yes, but surely if you input the wrong number so many times, it'll have a backup emergency code or some backup emergency alarm.
You really think that I would go into this and not do my research before I entered?
You never know. It could have been a spare the moment thing.
Well, that's just suicide and idiotic.
Hmm. I called the guards over again. I think she's telling the truth here.
Do you what? Do you actually want to roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Uh. So you're not quite sure on whether or not she actually did that, but you can at least assume that there would be little to no reason to not actually do that, especially when you're targeting in a vault more for like the guild and stuff like that.
Okay. Yep. There's say to the guards. By the looks of things, there's no more information that I can get out of her.
All right then, we'll take her away again. As they kind of just take her, as I get her up and out of the chair, put back on the stuff that they took off of her, and march her back to her cell as they pay you about 5 gold for. Sorry, no, it's more about like 1 gold for the work that day. The previous day work was about 5 electrum for both you and Wyron.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
It would have been useful to have Wyron if he wasn't on that date, especially for the mind reading.
Oh yeah. So basically, meet back up after my date. And
Yeah, pretty much.
so next day, uh,
Unless you want to act out something from there.
nah, really was not expecting to actually succeed there.
What, at the
But
I
amusement
just want.
park?
yeah,
Well, to be fair,
to-
you
like,
probably would have actually failed if you'd got. Well, she probably would have actually not done the second one if she actually did. Sorry, a third one. If you actually rolled much lower than that.
I
yeah.
was so close to getting a Fox scale, by the way.
Oof.
How?
He said 38 on
So.
the prisoner. It was 40, wasn't it?
That's if it's a murder thing, and that's more, like, you're not wanting to really do that in that country.
Okay.
Well, in that town, because if the guards figure out that that somebody that was in prison and died in prison was revived,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, one, who revived them? Two, we're re-killing that person. Three, we're torturing and figuring out why did that person revive that traitor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right, so we on to the next day then.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
do you
what
guys
did you get to
do
yesterday?
anything with? Well, what do you guys do now?
Well, I've got the church at 8 p.m., haven't I? Because it's the Sunday, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
And it's been
So you have
it's
essentially
been
until
fun.
8 o'clock to go. Well, 8 p.m. to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do.
I mean, we could go look for another quest. Wait, wouldn't your bow be ready by now?
Oh yeah, it
Technically,
should
yeah.
be. Should we go pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go pick my bow up.
So then, oh, wait. Are you guys actually right? Right, that's it. Oh no, I'm on the wrong map. Yeah, I'm on one district I've planned for today. and then forget. Okay, so I would have to move you guys. Okay. Oh, by the way, Wyron, you're also free of your thing.
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
No more.
To be fair,
Yay.
you will have
Yay!
been gone with it via your date, but I
Yeah.
kind of forgot about the passing day. So, what do you say to, I believe, the female wantee, a, a, a blacksmith?
I'll say we're in here a few days ago to pick up the armor. I was wondering if my longbow was ready.
Um, well, like I said, it would be ready in 3 days. I didn't get any more expedite orders, and even still, the expedite orders weren't really that hard. So let me go get it. As she kind of just slivers away again, and then she comes out and says, "Here you go." Uh,
Thank you very much.
To be fair, I forget if you paid for the longbow. I'm assuming you did, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
take out the money.
yeah, I think we paid for it there and then, didn't we?
Well, the longbow was the only one that I think that you guys might not have paid for, because like you were saying to essentially upgrade a longbow with it. I think you kept your longbow, so you didn't supply the longbow, and we're going to buy the longbow. I forget if you paid for that longbow and then sent it in or what, but even still,
No.
if it was there, it's just kind of like, uh, let me search up the longbow prices. So it shouldn't be that much. It would only be about like 75 more than whatever a longbow is, even if I was incorrect.
I think we just left my bow because I didn't have mine with me. I don't think.
Like I said, I
That's probably
don't
I
remember
can't.
on whether or not we
Yeah,
did.
I can't. I think I
Uh,
already paid for it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, if I will have to look back at the recording because I didn't get the
Well,
chance to fully go back to it. But assuming you didn't pay for it, it would probably be about like 125 to 150 gold, and then for the expedited, probably I think I
okay.
added 250 for it for expediting it.
What we'll do then is we'll pay for it. But if you have a look back and if I already had, then you can just put the money back, can't you? That way. If that
I
works.
mean, true, I could. I could just
So I
subtract
can't
the
remember
14.
myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you, so if you did have to pay a, okay, your character could actually a bench press about 150 apparently.
Okay.
Uh, it's just that 150 is almost his carrying capacity, but he still could probably bench press about that much. Uh, and you would be down at 1,611 if we actually were incorrect. Otherwise, you would be at 2,011.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. I'll pay for it now. But obviously, if it's already been paid for, if you have a look back,
Yeah.
then we'll sort it out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else. It
'Cause
just
that's
kind
it.
of progresses it.
Didn't we give
Yeah.
them? Didn't we give them extra scales to see if they could do something special with it?
Yeah, I think we did as well. That is ringing a bell.
Hmm.
Like if I think I said like something like if inspiration like took them and like they decided to make give it something special. Otherwise, we'll just take the excess scales back.
I'm trying to think of if
Yeah,
there
that
would actually be something special that they could apply. Uh, uh, yeah, since
Is that they?
just to kind of progress, as I will say that, well, I will come up with what I did later, and we will resolve it at that point when I've actually had a chance to think about it, because I kind of forgot about that, so I never was planning for that. So we're at least going to go off of that it was a +1, well, that's a +1 longbow. Oh, it will most likely also do poison damage. Uh, I'm not sure if it's gonna do like more things. Uh, it might be more just like depending on what it is, it might be actually on the bow, but more likely it's probably gonna be on the ammunition. That's where you get the special. Sorry, that where you like the ammunition is probably where you're gonna get the special effects from. At least
okay.
typically.
Fair enough. Right, so we've got the bow now.
Yep.
So we head back to the guild.
Yeah. See if there's any more fun little quests that we can do until tonight.
Yeah.
Wretched is a bad influence on Wyron.
It's been 5 days, right?
It's been
Because like I believe that it was like I believe that the first day you kind of went and got the stuff and things. Then it was like about 2 days after that for the thing. Okay, no, it's actually been like about 4 days. So
Yes, I
yeah,
was gonna
it still
say
would be
it's
about Sunday though.
yeah.
Uh, the question is, does Wyron also search around for a spot to take that bartender on the next date? Uh,
um not today.
so he has no idea what to next send or what next send
Nope.
the Dragonborn bartender on for a date.
Nope.
Does she like torture?
Probably not. uh,
Well, you know that she doesn't. That she's is a
not
technical
big on
fan
whole
of the
crowds
Sweet
and
Escape, and that she's not really too much of a fan of amusement parks. You don't know what else, though.
yeah.
Or you could ask her where she wants to go.
Did that the first date. She's wanting something. She's wanting Wyron to take control. Wyron is
Well, at least she's
slightly.
finding her timid in Wyron trying to take control.
Yeah. Wyron is Wyron is going to take a day to himself to just kind of like relax, and hopefully something will come to him. So yeah, just today.
It's
Let's
a
go see if we
torture
can.
day.
Today is a torture day or a killing day. Either way. See if there's any quest for it. So yeah, see if there's a torture or execution quest, something like that.
Same
So we
chat.
can make a person tap dance again.
There is not today.
Ah,
Damn it.
is that a quest for investigating the woods still there?
Yeah, there still is that quest.
Well,
Well, I've
there's
got
always
my
this
bow
one.
back, so
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look out there.
Yeah.
So we go check out that quest.
Alright then. Let me also kind of make sure. Wait, where did I go?
Oh, yeah, don't tell Mara that we made a gnome tap dance.
Oh, I don't tend to tell Mara or Hazio. Might tell Crow. She might find it funny. But yeah, best to keep the paladin and the cleric in the dark about our activities.
Especially since we are torturing people as well.
I
Okay, I
mean,
got this. Do a partition jump. So you guys go into a part of the forest, and you're not entirely sure why, but there seems to be blood all over the place. Several trees have fallen, and seemingly cut. You're not sure by what. Uh, and the entire area is somehow, despite not as much trees as where everywhere else is there is not as much light as what you saw in the city. Despite it only being about an hour into the forest.
This feels strange.
oh yes, so there's no trees overhead, but it's dark.
You're in a clearing essentially with blood all over the ground and several fallen trees and stumps.
Can I use my tracking skill to, if I've got one, to look for certain clues?
I forget where you picked. Your skills are more for the desert right now,
From all the desert, right?
which unfortunately there's not a lot of deserts in the world. Uh, the desert is a whole lot more in your country, and then also in the dragon country, where they will typically find some of the other dragons that are more for the actual desert rather than any other landscape.
Okay, got you.
So,
Sorry, what did you say there, bud?
Yeah.
trees are chopped down, cut down.
Yeah, they seem to have been cut
You
clean
said
through
I
though.
want to look. I want to investigate the area.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Okay. So you can see about where the trees seem to have had a sword seemingly go clean through them. As for why they fell, you assume that they kind of just were blown over by the wind after they had been separated from their roots.
This is a sword. sword slash. Swung this sword. Powerfully cleave right. Probably just
Can I use my knowledge as a sword master or whatever it is to determine what type of sword it used on the tree?
Alright. So roll essentially investigation for you.
Yep.
Actually, no, I guess that would actually be insight, to be fair.
Would it be insight?
Yeah, because you're essentially trying to go and gather knowledge from this slash about what type of sword would be used. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much the same modifier anyway, but still.
Okay. Yeah. Do insight.
Okay, you can clearly tell that a rapier was used to make these slashes.
A rapier did this?
Yes, a rapier did it.
Wyvern is really scared.
What was that, Warren?
Wyvern is now very scared. Nervous.
This is not normal. If a person can do this with a rapier, you must be cautious.
Yeah. Shit. So, Wyvern's going to go over to like the bloodstains and see how fresh it is and try to determine.
Roll investigation.
Oof.
You can tell that they are not fresh. As for how old, you have no idea.
How about my character? Can he pick up the scent from it? From the blood?
And not really due to how old it is.
Okay. I think we're gonna need more members for this.
Wyvern's just going to kind of walk around a bit, look at different. Does he see like any? There's no bodies or anything, is there?
There are no bodies. But he does see patches of white for whatever reason.
Okay, so he'll go over to one of the patches of white. He'll examine it.
It seems to be a little bit of clothing. You're not sure whose it is exactly. But you can tell that there's no blood really on it.
Wyvern picks it up.
I assumed you picked
Okay,
it up
well-
and examined it.
Yeah, he'll.
Meanwhile, I've got
But,
my weapon drawn just in case.
So, is there anything else in the clearing besides the blood, the torn up clothing, and the trees?
So, Wretched, you're essentially watching Wyvern's back, right?
Yeah.
You see an arrow go past you.
I immediately yell to Wyvern to move out the way.
Shit. Do I get hit?
No.
Okay.
I search for the direction of the arrow coming from.
Wyvern runs up to beside Wretched.
It comes from this direction.
I start firing an arrow back in that direction.
Wyvern's gonna yell, "Who's there?"
You go after you fire. You wait about 30 seconds, and another arrow comes back. and also just flies straight through you and Wretched. Sorry, between you and Myron.
I think they're missing on purpose. They're trying to scare us off.
Seems that way. I want to test them out some more.
Wire's going to attempt to persuade them to come out. Like, who's there? What are you doing out here? Stuff like that. Just asking that. Just trying to get a response out. From other than an arrow.
I start doing more precise shots
Okay, this
with my arrow.
time Wretched actually gets hit with the arrow, but it doesn't go completely through him, as it only deals 5 damage.
Shit.
Wire reaches over in the arm a couple times, trying to attempts to heal him up. Stop firing at the enemy. Not an
They
enemy.
started it.
Yeah, but they're more warning.
Did you actually check the
Try to hit.
wound? Because the arrow's still technically there.
I pull the arrow out.
You also see a note
Continue
on the
hit.
arrow wrapped around it.
Oh. I pull the note off and read it.
It reads, "Check the other arrows, idiots."
I
Well, Wire's
growl
also going to
in
use
response.
Wire's also going to activate one of his little abilities of the remote viewing thing to see if he can get a picture of who wrote the note.
You can't tell clearly on where it was written. It seems to be on like some sort of shadow.
Okay. Wire goes over to the other arrows. Pulls the. And are there notes on those?
Yes, there are notes on the arrows.
I take the notes off and
The note from the first arrow says, "Leave." The second one says, "Quit being idiots, leave."
So, one of the little
Meanwhile-
abilities I got from our little cat friend lets me like view things. I'm speaking out loud to Wretched, and when I try to view like who wrote these notes, all I get is a shadow.
That's weird.
Yep.
I wonder why they want to leave. Can you see a weapon on them at all apart from the bow that they obviously have?
I try and with the first letter I try and do.
Like, why are you investigating? Like, the arrow or still in the notes?
Well,
To see if they got like a
taking
rapier or something.
I've got the using the first note right now. Trying to get a view of it from. I'm trying to use the first note.
So you're essentially using that ability on the arrow.
Well, no, I'm using it on the first note, and then I'll use.
Well, all the notes are pretty much just gonna show like this shadowy thing writing.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll use it on the.
So as you see this, you see a shadowy figure with a shadowy bow, firing a shadowy arrow, and as the arrow leaves the bow, it turns from shadow, into a regular arrow with a note on it.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know what the hell this?
Go ahead, roll. You can tell
Maybe a
that this
guess.
is more shadowy type magic, probably from the Shadowfell. Oh, as for
Whoever's
why
out there
it's
is
here,
from.
you don't know.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
How
Whoever it
about
is has to
we write?
die.
How about we write a note about saying what happened here, and we fire it back at that person.
Okay. Wyron cast invisibility.
Okay.
I write a note
Yeah.
saying what's happened here, and then fire it back in the direction the arrows came from.
Uh, okay, this time it seems to come more at an angle as it hits Wyron this time for for 5 damage. Oh, whoops.
I cast invisibility and moved.
Well, the arrow's right
So
there
it-
in your belly.
Okay. Pull the arrow out.
There is a note on it.
Okay. I read the note.
It reads, "Invisibility doesn't help, idiot. I still know where you are at. And nothing happened to me. Just leave."
We didn't ask what happened to him. We asked what happened here.
Okay, fine then. For what happened here, the thing says, nothing spectacular happened. Leave.
I reply with another note saying, "This was done with a fucking rapier. Nothing spectacular happened here. I call bullshit." And fire it back.
After 30 seconds, another one returns at your feet.
I pick up the note.
It reads, so what if a rapier did it? It's nothing special.
Wyron
look to
walks into the
Wyron.
forest. Wyron is a little. Wyron just walks straight toward it, or starts walking straight toward it.
I basically start screaming obscenities.
You guys, for whatever
Shadowfell is
reason,
like-
don't see anything, but you do see a little bit of fresh blood for whatever reason.
Like when I start walking forward.
Yeah, like as you guys have walked to like another slight clearing area.
Oh, there's another clearing. Do we see it yet?
Yeah, you're about at that clearing, and you can tell that there's like more fresh blood there.
Can we see it yet?
See what?
The shadow thing.
The shadowy figure is nowhere to be seen.
I walk over and I reach down and examine. Well, no, I examine the new clearing. I investigate the new clearing.
It seems to have been made in a similar way to the other clearing.
I investigate to see if it's the same weapon used.
It is the same weapon used.
I'm like, Wyron, we need backup.
Wyron, I agree. I don't like that there's a creature from the Shadowfell. or somebody's using Shadowfell magic.
This place is driving me insane.
Damn it.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Damn it.
I've constantly got my guard up, walking backwards as we're leaving.
Yeah, if this shit's gonna be going on, Wyron's keeping an eye out too. Actually, no. Wyron's going to cast Fly at a high enough level that he can just target both himself and Wretched, and they're just going to fly back to the hell out of there immediately. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just flying the hell out of there immediately.
Alright.
Fourth.
So, where do you fly back to?
Well, we took the Hummer here, so we left at the edge. We left one of them at the edge, so we fly back to the Hummer, and then we take the Hummer back into town, and we go to the guild.
Okay.
Wyron is still upset.
I'm still on edge. I've still got my weapon drawn.
Shadowfell, not good. So yeah, we go to the receptionist and we report our findings. We report that there was so we found a clearing with old dried blood, clothing, and the trees had been cut down by
With a
a
rapier.
rapier. A rapier
I
that
should
had
write
severed
this.
the whole entire tree. We then got shot at with arrows. I have a unique gift from a patron. That is technically he's a fiend. It allows me to touch items and get glimpses of their past. When I touched the notes that it sent with the arrows, I saw a shadow writing. When I touched the arrows, I saw a shadow firing. It's something from the Shadowfell. Or something using Shadowfell. We also turn over the air.
So,
Anything
Nope.
to add, Wretched?
she goes and replies, very interesting. If I recall correctly, there was a Nightwalker that was reported near there soon, but was dealt with very quickly. I didn't think that the Shadowfield, the Shadowfell part was still lingering around that part of the forest.
What disturbs me the most is it's done with a freaking rapier.
Uh, well, if what you're saying is true, then it could be slightly deadly, as that could be the alternate form of MA.
This shit just got serious.
Wyron prays to Istra real quick. He this sending to pass too, and cast sending. Try to cast sending and see and hit. And was that you in the forest? You know it's in the forest north of Scarlet Vale.
You get no reply.
Didn't work. He usually isn't.
Really?
Well, our job's done.
Yeah, I'm not going back to that forest anytime soon.
Whoever it is dead. Shadow touched.
Well, to be fair, there's no guarantee that MA is dead.
True. But no, but Wyron associates the Shadowfell with Sean. He doesn't like. Yes, the. Sharn is the enemy of Mistra, so yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
Yep.
Right, anyway, guys,
But,
I'm gonna have to call it a
yeah.
night here. It is currently 2 a.m.
Alright,
Oh,
fair enough,
shit.
Richard.
Yeah. So you have a good night, man.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, we'll
Richard.
do one. Alright, guys. See you later.
See ya.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye bye.
So are you wanting to have a more acted out date, Wyron, or are you going to just call the session here?
I'm gonna call this session.
Alright, fair enough then. I hope you enjoyed this session.
Oh, I did. Fuck. Shadowfell.
Cool.
Kind of wonder what the fuck that was.
Oh, do you just have to wait for this thing to come out in about, like, what is it, like 7 weeks? Maybe 8, since this is so far behind? I mean, heck, I'm almost tempted to just say screw screw session 6, just go to, screw editing it so much, and then just go to the end of the fight, and just do that roleplay thing. Then just call it done.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright. I'll talk to you later, man.
Alright, have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
So then, I will feel it's fitting enough, as I also said to Wyron that I would say it. So, now what I kind of showed was he was correct. It was MA in there. And so what MA was doing was he was with Mara, Connor, and Kit. The white scrap of clothing that he had came from Kit's kimono. And there were a little bit of screams, probably from like Kit or something, as like MA was doing all this various stuff. MA, due to how he is, he probably does have a little bit of shadow magic that he can use. and so he used that to kind of like dim the area around. So when you went into an area around where they were training, the sky just gradually grew darker, and that's your sign to GTFO. If you continued, then either A, he would kill you, B, erase your memories, or C, just be kind of like running around hiding, which is what he actually did. Because as stated, they fired arrows. He just kept, well, after a while, it's just kind of like, just so that they stop doing this, and so we can actually start training again. Fires arrow, as a warning shot to get past Wretched. He was right. Oh, sorry, they were right. He was intentionally missing. And when they fired an arrow at him, it's like, okay, no, just catch this, write a note, throw it back, then watch it. Then when they fired another arrow at him, it's like, okay, screw these idiots. Let me, since they're wanting to go and continue hitting me, how about I go and show them that I'm not messing around. He fired an arrow right at the stomach, did decent damage. I mean, he could have helped a lot more. Or, like, he could have one-shot everything. Well, everybody. He just was not trying to one-shot. So, he just kind of fired an arrow, and just did about that much. And it kind of got the point across. So, yeah. Wretched, then after figuring that out and figuring out that the other notes that he was saying, leave the forest, idiots. Okay, since you guys are being 4 idiots, there's notes on the other ones. Check them, idiots. So that's kind of where all that went on. And as for the Nightwalker thing, that was actually done day 1 of the Connor Mara training session, and which is actually what started all of this, to be fair. Because, like, a Nightwalker kind of just came out of the Shadowfield as they were training. Mara essentially didn't want Connor to be panicked or doing anything. Well, she knew that they would probably not be able to get away from the Nightwalker. So it'd be better to beat it and then win than leave and deal with it than to actually go and just win. So that conversation will be done at the start of this, or about when the, actually, yeah, it will be at the start, so you'll know what occurred with that and stuff like that. But to be fair, there is actually an MA from the Shadowfeld. He has not made appearance yet, but whenever they're lurking in any sort of really dark area where it's naturally light, there's no guarantee that they will not come across the evil version where he will murder them. That said, Connor might essentially do self-sacrifice until MA gets there, and then Connor just kind of runs at his normal pace. So there will be stuff that comes out of this forest thing. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be an interesting plot. It is just as for right now, it is just something that the entire city is like, okay, what the heck's going on there? Because they don't know what is lying beneath the scenes of the forest. And so they're all freaked out. And I am definitely glad that Ryan and Wretched essentially acted pretty much how I wrote it. In that they were seriously creeped out by whatever was going on there. Though, that stated, I could also change this at some point, to where, they were actually encountering, literally, the shadow version of MA. And he was just lurking there, waiting for, the actual MA to be at a prime opportunity to be murdered. So, which aspect it is you'll just have to wait and see. Is MA gonna die? Did they actually encounter MA? Who really knows at this point? Everything will be shown in probably a later session. And so, I hope you all enjoyed this one. I hope you all enjoyed the questions that kind of got risen from this. But ultimately, I'll see everyone in the next session, at least hopefully.